Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Y'all want to know what I love? I love the word synchronicity. Synchronicity. Good morning. So the word synchronicity, I say that word a lot and I share that word a lot with my friends. I just love that word because it reminds me of how we're all connected. So synchronicity, this idea of like something being in sync or someone being in sync, our thoughts being in sync, our energy being in sync. And I'll just tell y'all why I love that word and why I was thinking about it this morning. So usually when I get, the way that I get the information of what I'm going to share during my morning breaths is during my morning meditation, or even sometimes in my evening meditation. During meditation, I just open myself up to whatever comes, and then that's how I kind of arrive at what I'm going to talk about or going to share, or whatever my offering is going to be. And so yesterday during a meditation, my evening meditation, I was thinking about grounding and just getting back to being grounded, to be rooted and finding my center. And then one of my mentees, oh, I forgot to start my timer. Okay. I started my timer. One of my mentees sent me a message and said she was working on, we have a Instagram page where we just offer information about wellness. And she said she was working on the root chakra. And the root chakra is all about grounding and finding your center. And then this morning, y'all, I was doing a Sangha, which is like a community of people coming together with the same intention through Yoga Alliance and Black Yoga Teachers Association. They had a morning Sangha with Maya Brewer and Shola. And so I went to that Sangha this morning at like 9 a.m. and they were talking about grounding. They were talking about the root chakra. So all of these things make me think about synchronicity. So here's what I was going to share with you all today about grounding and the root chakra, and how important it is for us to keep the energy flowing as far as our root chakra so we don't have that chakra blocked. But let me tell you a little bit about the root chakra and what it's associated with. So the root chakra is our base chakra, and the music that you hear me playing is connected to this resonance of keeping clear and not blocking our root chakra. Our root chakra is all about our security, right? Our foundation of feeling safe and grounded. And if you think about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, for us to be able to grow and move out into this world, we need to feel safe and secure, right? So that's what the root chakra is all about. So thinking about our root chakra, and the sound of the root chakra is lam. And sometimes when I want to feel myself being grounded and centered, I'll just chant that word, or I'll just sing it for like over and over, like lam, 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 or lam. You all should try that sometimes when you need to feel grounded. Just the sounds and how different sounds resonate with different parts of us. Okay, so the root chakra sound is lam, and it's connecting us to our Mother Earth, and the color is red. And the reason why the color is red, if you think about the colors of the rainbow, but also red being earth and the color of dirt, right? So anyway, thinking about root chakra and thinking about grounding ourselves, it made me, it really came up probably because yesterday I was on the phone with the company. So we had ordered a package, and I got that package, and we got shoes. And so my daughter and I got some new running shoes, and the size of the shoes they just ran small. So both of our shoes were too small. So I said, well, I'm going to call them and see if I could just exchange them and get a larger size. So I called, and I'm on the phone with the lady, and I'm just talking like this. I said, hey, I need to exchange these shoes. Can you tell me the best process? Should I return them, or should I just order them, like cancel that order and then just order a new pair and then return them? I was just talking to her about the best way to get the shoes for my daughter and me. So the lady she was a little agitated, and I had it on speaker. And so she's going on. She was like, ma'am, what is the name on the order? What is the name on the order? And so I said, well, it could be Cre, or it might be Lucretia. I don't know what name it's under, but let's just try. She was like, ma'am, I just need the name on it. So she's going on and on. And so my daughter in the background, she hears her. She was like, Mom, you need to tell her to calm down. And so the lady is just going, and my daughter's in the background going. And I'm just talking to her, and I said, well, let's try out Cre, C-R-E. And I'm just talking to her, and in a grounded tone, and my daughter's in the background, Mom, you need to tell her to calm down. Don't you stay calm with her. And so the lady was still upset that she was talking to me. And then she put me on hold. She said, ma'am, I'm just going to put you on hold to try to find your order. So then I turned to Nia and I said, Nia, I'm not going to let anybody unground me or move me. I said, I feel grounded and centered right now, and I'm not going to take it personal that she's upset or she's frustrated. In actuality, I'm going to just check in with her and say, hey, you doing okay today? Because I don't know what's going on with that lady. But what I do know is that I'm going to stay grounded and centered and not let every single person's energy shift me. I'm going to stay and be who I am. And so who I was at that time and who I usually am is pretty grounded and centered, and a person that's trying to just stay connected to Mother Earth and trying to stay connected to who I am and not let each person or each event that's going on around me change me, right? So I turned and I started saying that to Nia. I said, I don't know what she's upset about, but I'm not going to take that personal. It has nothing to do with me. And so when the lady got back on the phone, again, she was agitated. And I just said, you okay? And sometimes just acknowledging people for a second, y'all, can help ground them. To just acknowledge, like, they don't even know sometimes that they're up here. And just to say, you okay? Just does this. Shh. It brings you back to your center, or brings them back to their center, or just kind of like, you know, making them aware like there's something going on right now. So I know for me that I want to stay connected and keep my root chakra unblocked. I want to keep this part of me where I feel safe and secure. I want to keep that open and flowing and not let every single thing that's going on around me shake me up. And I'm not saying I don't want to pretend like there isn't a lot going on right now, but there has to be this balance, right? So on one hand, to be aware of what's going on, but then on the other hand, to always stay centered, find my center, get grounded, and come back to what I know to be true. Let me turn that off. Oh, Miss Collins, I just brought that up to Rob the other day. So y'all, let me tell y'all this quick story. When I was working as a school counselor in Michigan, I was working as a school counselor in Michigan, and we were doing like the admissions, well, kind of getting schedules and beginning of the school year stuff, orientation stuff. And I was working with our amazing office coordinator, Miss Collins, and we were at a table and a mother came in. And so we had forms to fill out for everybody. And one of the forms was regarding lunch, right? It probably was a free lunch form, I don't know. So the form was there. And so I said to the lady, and I said, ma'am, would you like a form for your son? And she was like, well, what's this form for? Something like that. And I said, well, this is so that he can get lunch, so that he can, you know, we need the information for us to know about free lunch or whatever. I don't know. But I was just asking her about her filling out a form for her baby to get lunch. So she says, what? And I said, oh, this form is, you know, so we can learn about if he needs free lunch or not. And she said, oh, he's going to eat. My son will eat. It's not funny, but it's funny because I just stood there calmly, and Miss Collins was right next to me. And I just stood there calmly. I was like, okay, you're right. He will eat. But I'm laughing because Miss Collins thought it was the funniest thing in the world, as always, just cracking up laughing. But just giving you all that as a reminder. Miss Collins distracted me just now, y'all. Giving you as a reminder to just to stay grounded and centered. And then thinking about those situations where somebody's going off or, you know, screaming, just how it has nothing to do with you, right? Most of the time when people are upset and angry, it has nothing to do with you. Okay, one more story I got to share with y'all, probably because I've been lonely in this house without going out. But one day we're driving, we get to an intersection, and this is at home in Peoria. We're at this intersection, and because of because they were doing construction, I got stuck in the middle of the intersection, y'all. I'm stuck in the middle of the intersection and it's time for me to turn, but I can't turn. So there's this lady over here, over to the left side, like we're right next to each other, almost to the left of me, and she needs to get through the intersection, and my kids are in the car, and I have the windows down because it's a hot summer day in Peoria, and she's like, "Get out the effing intersection, can't you drive?" She's just screaming and screaming, "You effing idiot, get out of the..." And I was just sitting there and I was just looking at her, and my kids were like, "Mom, aren't you gonna say something?" And you know what I said to her? I said, "Lady, why are you so upset? You have fresh drinking water." And in reality, that's how I felt in that moment. Like, what is there to get you so upset when every day you have fresh drinking water? You have fresh drinking water. Like, think about that. There is no way that lady was going to get me shook up or screaming and yelling because of something that wasn't in my control. I couldn't help it that I ended up in the middle of the intersection due to construction. So yeah, y'all, find your center, stay grounded, stay rooted. Take your breath in, grounding breath like this. Shh. Or practice your lams like this. Lam, 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 lam. And make sure you let that breath go all the way down as it moves to your root chakra. And Miss Collins, I know you're going to have something funny to say about those lams, but you need to practice your lams too, okay? All right, y'all, have a good one. Have a good weekend.